Do not listen to Andrew Tate and other influencers when they tell you what happens when you move to a country like Thailand. Behind me, as a passport bro, and essentially all these women, all these beautiful women would just line up to date you. Now, don't get me wrong, moving to Thailand was one of my best decisions I've ever made, especially for my dating life. In America, I was convinced there was pretty much no women left to marry and have relationships with that would be submissive and traditional. But here there's still a chance. However, it's not that easy. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you what I saw when I moved here a couple of months ago. That really kind of shook me right away and told me that things weren't going to be exactly how Andrew and everybody else said. Because as I started looking at these guys, the foreigners here, guys who are taller than me and younger than me and in a better shape than me, I noticed that they're walking around with Thai women that are very average looking. Now, don't get me wrong, Thai women here are amazing in terms of being submissive and obedient and taking care of you. It is as advertised. However, the best looking women that I see here that are coupled are mainly with Thai men. Now, of course, I am not talking about, hookers and bar girls and gold diggers that are, 25-year-old Instagram models with, 60-year-old bald fat guys. There's plenty of that here as well. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just like regular guys who show up. And don't get me wrong, we are automatically, if you're in shape, if you make decent money and you're a good man, you are definitely going to be in top 1% here. But how's this top 1% men that I see walking around here are not getting top percent women in terms of looks? Well, I think there are a few reasons for that. And I've been here for a couple of months. I've dated aggressively, and I have a theory. Now, first of all, I think a lot of these men are still almost not real. Like their brains have not caught up to the fact that the tables have been turned. And so a lot of times they'll just get the first girl that's willing to go out with them and just kind of stick with her, because these women will take care of you. Don't get me wrong. They're amazing. But I think what's really happening is that when you show up here, you obviously, and I'm in Bangkok, as you can see behind me, you end up in a neighborhood where it is easy to live for you, mainly because people speak English, there are other foreigners and so forth. Now, here's the thing. That's how things go sour, because, the modern undateable woman syndrome, or as the real virus, as I call it, I figured out how it spread. And it spread through speaking English. Now, and this is where you have to be very careful, right? In these neighborhoods, and I stayed in one of them when I just showed up, the women will speak English, and there will be a lot of other foreigners. And these are the women who have watched Sex and the City because they speak English, and listened to Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, and dated some simps who are foreigners who came here, whether they're tourists or whatever. And so they have kind of already became those westernized women, and you want to stay away from them. So it took me a while to realize, and I think that's what happened to a lot of these men. They kind of they didn't realize that, their pickings are limited to English-speaking women, and these women are exactly what they are back there in America and Europe. And I think they just kind of give up right away, because don't get me wrong, the care that you get from a Thai woman at home is really awesome. So here's the thing. If you wanted to move to Thailand or any other country, right? There are plenty of other countries in Southeast Asia, in Africa, South America. Now, make sure that you can stay there long term, right? Thailand, you can actually stay here long term, get a retirement visa or elite visa. So make sure it's legit. But what you should do, if you're even thinking about moving to a country, and like I said, if you can move the fuck away from American women and Western women, you should definitely do it. And like I said, it's not that easy to still find an amazing woman here, but at least they are still here. And it's not that women here are that much smarter about, what's good for them, what kind of a man they should have. They're not. I feel like they're just as bad as picking the right men for themselves. However, the reason it works much better here is because the culture and their families, which most of them are very close to, kind of dictate what kind of men they should have. And by dictate, I mean, a lot of these women have father figures in their lives, where American and Western women are mainly now not only don't have fathers and good father figures in their lives, they're raised by boss chicks that are single mothers in America and in Europe. Here, most of these women do understand what a good man is, what a strong good man is, and as a culture and a support system that they have from their family is essentially makes them into traditional women who do make good girlfriends and wives. Not all of them, I gotta tell you. So here's the thing. You have to learn the language of the country. Now, if you go to the Philippines, for example, or Nairobi, that is still English. And, I shouldn't have an opinion about that because I've never been there. But I would say that that's a much tougher a place to come into and look for a submissive traditional woman when she has access to all of that shit that we all experience in America and Europe. But if you come into Thailand, learn Thai. And that's what I've been doing ever since I got here. I'm learning Thai, and I'm trying to date women who speak almost no English. It's a little painful in terms of, Google Translate. That's actually not very good with Thai language. And a lot of hand gestures and everything. But at the end of the day, first of all, you'll learn Thai faster if you're dating a Thai girl who doesn't speak English. But also, I've noticed the women that I've gone out with that are amazing, they speak almost no English. And the women that I went out with that are essentially the same as Western women, whether it's, their behavior on dating apps or in person or running late or what they wear for the dates, they're pretty much the ones that speak English. Now, I have tried dating Western women here, and they're just as trash as they are over there, which is an amazing phenomenon because you would think they would adjust, right? You would think that a Western woman comes here and sees all this skinny, pretty, submissive women and understand that the competition is definitely up there, and they would adjust. No, they don't. They still act like princesses and Instagram models, even at the age of, in their 30s and 40s, even if they have kids and have, and many men told me here right away, say, listen, do not date foreign women. Their sexual value on this market is pretty much zero. And I can confirm so far that is absolutely true. So this is my experience so far here. No lines of beautiful women lined up for you. And as a matter of fact, it is still kind of tough, and you're gonna have to figure out which area you're gonna live in. You're gonna have to learn the language, or you're gonna have to be like these guys that I see walking around that again are very average women who are kind of westernized and will probably make you carry their purse and take turns, doing dishes and cooking. But then why leave America where you can have that type of women everywhere? So these are some thoughts and some interesting findings that I've learned while being here after 2 months. I will keep you guys updated. There are many other nuances about what I've been observing here, and I will share them with you in other videos. But for now, I just wanted to say, hey, listen, what Andrew Tate and everybody else tells us, in theory, yes, this is a much better place for obedient, amazing, submissive, traditional women, but you still have to find them. The key here is that you can find them, but you're gonna have to go through a lot of frustrations and a lot of cultural differences as well before you find them. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer either in the comment section or maybe make another video about it or maybe a quick short. But I think this is very crucial information that I wanted to give you guys because I don't think anybody out there is telling you this. When I was watching videos about, what's going to happen when you become a passport bro, by the way, hate the term, none of this was told to me. As a matter of fact, I think I'm kind of analyzing things and coming up with some of the theories on my own where everybody else is just trying to get laid and, But in another video, I'll probably tell you how different sex here is. Women do not have leverage of sex here, which is amazing. But that's for another video. All right, let me know if you have any comments, and I will see you guys on the next video.